but I'll get there in a minute. This is just, there are comparisons that a lot of conservatives are making to Jan 6th. Oh, but they freaked out. Democrats freaked out about January 6th. So that this is just like that. Two people did it in an empty room. How is that? And by the way, at least one of them are staffers. How is any of that like a mob breaking in on Jan 6th to interrupt the proceedings to elect the next president? How can anyone possibly try and compare those two things? One of them has an actual impact on the country. The other is a couple of people doing it. Which, by the way, if you think this is the first time that this has happened, you're out of your mind. Those rooms, a lot of them are empty all the time. A lot of people work at the Capitol. You don't think it's crossed the minds of some people and that they've definitely done that? You go in there, lock the door, that's it? Come on. It's obviously happened before. This is just the first time that I can think of where it's been filmed and leaked online. So if you're going to do that, don't film it. Definitely don't post it online because you're going to get caught. But here are some of the Fox News. Just going. They're loving this story. Not safe for work. Capitol Hill rocked by this tape scandal featuring famous Senate hearing room. Oh, it's featuring a famous Senate hearing room. Which goes to, I don't know. I don't want to get into the heads of the people there who are doing it. But if think of all the arguments that have been made against gay marriage, considering or viewing, gay relationships as something demonic or terrible, like the decades and decades of anti-gay propaganda, homophobia being spewed in these Senate rooms, and they do it there. I don't know. Sounds like maybe it added to to the fun time they had, but who am I? Who am I to know? So another headline here: Senate tape, congressional staffer allegedly seen in leaked video could face charges. And another headline on this: Capitol hearing Senate room where leaked video was recorded, home to several historic events. Come on, it's so like they're trying so hard to make you angry about this. They are trying very hard. But if Jan 6 was about two conservatives or two Republican staffers doing it in a Senate hearing room, I would not care at all. It wouldn't be a story. No one would care. Why would we care? Who cares? What impact does that have on greater society in any way? And again, it's definitely happened. It just hasn't been recorded and leaked online, but it's definitely happened before. Here's this comment here from Mike. Have to laugh as the same conservatives who pull gay books from libraries, the same ones demanding online age verification to protect kids, suddenly rushed to share this video, allegedly shot in a Senate hearing room on mainstream social media. Won't someone think of the children? They really did. I mean, Daily Caller, so I guess they're the ones that broke the story. They have like multiple stories on this. They got the videos, they got it all. Like they are just dying to get the stuff out there and distract you from, important things. Bradley here tweeting out, conservatives, when they hear this video was filmed in the Senate confirmation chamber. Great. Great meme here from It's Always Sunny. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Where? The Guardian here. So Trump, this is what happened this weekend. Trump tells rally immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country. In New Hampshire, the former president doubles down on phrase widely condemned for echoing white supremacist rhetoric. Here is Fox News talking about this. Or actually, no, sorry, before I get to Fox News. Here is the actual clip of what Trump said, and then I'll get to Fox News discussing everything.
They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world. They're coming into our country from Africa, from Asia, all over the world. They're pouring into our country. Nobody's even looking at them. They just come in. The crime is going to be tremendous.
Literal white supremacist rhetoric, again, of course, is not the first time Trump has said something like this. I did a rally or covered a rally recently where he was almost directly quoting Adolf. So this is very normal for Trump right now. And Fox News is on the case. They know what is important here.
Stick with me here, Shannon. You and I were together on Friday. We were hosting The Five. Okay. And during the show, by the way, is when I think we found out, Greg brought it up to us, this thing that happened in the Senate hearing chamber. Okay. We've talked about it this morning, where allegedly a Senate aide filmed basically gay in the Senate hearing chamber. Okay. Since that time, and we've talked, this is a big story. And it's not just like, hey, let's talk about how gross this is or whatever. This happened in the Senate chambers on an administration, within an administration that has promised to bring back the norms. On the other hand, Donald Trump, before he went to Nevada last night, was in New Hampshire, and he said this when talking about immigration. Listen.
When they let, I think the real number is 15, 16 million people into our country, when they do that, we got a lot of work to do. They're poisoning the blood of our country. That's what they've done. They poison mental institutions and prisons all over the world, not just in South America, not just the 3 or 4 countries that we think about, but all over the world.
Okay, so Shannon, the mainstream media is going to talk about this. They already are. It is going to take over everything. Poison the blood of our country when talking about illegal immigration. In fact, the Biden-Harris administration has already jumped all over it. They tweeted or said the following. Tonight, Donald Trump channeled his role models as he parroted Adolf Hitler, praised Kim Jong-un, and quoted Vladimir Putin while running for president on a promise to rule as a dictator and threaten American democracy. He is betting he can win this election by scaring and dividing the country. He's wrong. The reason I bring up those two stories to you, Shannon, is I thought, and I think it should be a big deal that we're talking about what happened in the Senate hearing chamber. And I think what we're going to do, I think what's going to happen here, Shannon, for the next couple of days is we're going to latch on to 3 words that Donald Trump said, and it's going to drive the news cycle.
Fox News, really on the case here. Forget Fox News. What do you think is more important? Repeated white supremacist talking points from a former president and someone who may be president again, or a couple of guys, one of them a Senate staffer, doing it in an empty Senate hearing room? You tell me, what has a greater impact on society? It's unbelievable that it's one thing to, for Fox News to ignore the Trump story, but to bring it up in the same breath and pretend that the Senate staffer story is a bigger issue than Donald Trump and the shit he is saying is unbelievable. But that's Fox News. That's conservative media. The brains are completely mush, completely broken. This story I just find it hubris. It's hilarious. This has obviously happened many times before. This is one time when it's been leaked online and conservatives losing their goddamn minds.